There's the Beinn Ghlò car park, plenty of space, £5 for a car for the day. And you can see Munro number 1. So you leave the car park and you just head along this track. There's frozen water next to us, and you can see up ahead where the van is. We're taking a right past the trees, which will eventually bring us up towards this Munro. So first Munro is completely in view. There's a path that goes to the right. We're going to take the left here. You'll see a small building on the left hand side, or the roof of it, and then you'll see the path that meanders up to the summit. So you'll see the grassy path takes you into this section, which can be quite boggy but likely frozen today before we start the ascent. So one and a half miles in, 33 minutes. That's the boggy section done with. Beautiful sunshine. Looking back to the boggy section, which was actually frozen today, so much easier. So about 55 minutes, 600 meters, 479-ish meters to go. Final push along the edge on the right, up to the summit. So a slight left turn from the summit. You can see this section here. You see the path. Looks like a ridge, but it's not too bad. And then that'll bring us back up to number 2. So we're continuing on this bit with that. We're going to drop down to about there. As you can see, the path takes us back up towards the summit. Two hours 46, Munro number 2. Very white on top and very cold, but a good interview. It's fairly flat here. You can see down into the valley. You see where we've just come from. Can't particularly see much ahead, but it's straightforward enough at this point. Streets of bark between the two Munros, Munro 2 and 3. There's a zigzag path just up there. That'll take us to the summit, which you can't see. So we're on the summit plateau, pretty much almost at the summit. It's a bit further down. It's very rocky and visibility is very low. Final summit. Can't see anything. But it's very white at the top, and that was hard work. Once we've reached the final summit, we retrace our steps back down into the valley and following the river down, rather than returning to the second one. So this is the downhill section after the third Munro. Stream's a bit further to the right now. This section could be very boggy, but it's very frozen today, thankfully. I spoke too soon about the bog. But for me today it's frozen, but most days this is just going to be challenging to avoid it. I think I finally reached a decent path with no bog. I suspect it was once, and I've only got as far as the boggy section there back. But we'll continue on. Final gate to open here, just before you get back to the hut in the distance and where we started the route earlier on.